How's it going, guys? We're back again with another product preview. This time it's 2025 Allen and Ginter. Before we get into it, let me point you to my Discord server. Just started a server maybe last week, so we're trying to get it off the ground, but there is an invite link in the description. We've got a buy sell trade channel, we've got channels to show off your hits and just talk about the hobby. So feel free to come and join us over there. That'd be great. Um, but let's get started here. As always, we're going to use my website, ericbcards.com, as a guide here. I have a post up there previewing Allen and Ginter. So this pre-ordered probably a month ago now, but they took a long time to get the checklist out, so that's why we're just putting this video out now. Um, but like I said, I have a preview up on my website. It releases next Wednesday, the 3rd. It looks like Topps shipped some of their product out a little early. I've seen a little bit of it already on Whatnot and other places, so you may have seen it as well. But let's take a look. Some of the differences this year, just to as we get started, they did move the boxes from 3 hits to 2 hits. Now the hits can be rip cards, autos, relics, printing plates, anything like that. So uh, one thing that I haven't seen on the checklist this year versus last year are book cards. Um, it doesn't mean necessarily that they're not in there, but I didn't see it explicitly called out. Maybe they're in there as relics or auto relics. I'm not sure exactly how it looks. The other thing is that there doesn't look to be box toppers, those oversized cards, the oversized triple rip cards, things like that. It doesn't look to be an extra card on the top of the box this year. Um, but let's get into it here. As our formats here, we do have hobby boxes and value boxes. I actually think we're also going to get fat packs as well. Um, but yeah, so you're looking for 2 hits in a hobby box. You've got 24 packs. You get 20. You get in each pack. You get an insert. You get a mini base card, and things like that. Value packs, value boxes. These are the blaster boxes. You got 8 packs in there, 6 cards per pack. But let's look at the base set here. The Allen Ginter base set has 350 cards, 350 subjects. Cards number 301 to 350, those are your short prints this year. And of those 350, there's only 300 baseball players. The rest, the other 50, are non-baseball players. None of those are short prints, so there you'll see those 50 non-baseball subjects quite a bit. Um, the base variations, so you got a lot of variations here. You have full size, you have 2 full size variations, which are your chrome and your daguerreotype. I'm not exactly sure what the daguerreotype variation is going to be, but it sounds interesting. There's also a tin full size card as well, variation. The mini variations include chrome, cloth, stained glass, and metal. Um, and it's not all the base cards have those variations, so each one of those variations have its own checklist, which makes the checklist like 65 pages long. But yeah, so there's a different checklist for each one of the variations. Inserts here. There's only 2 full-size inserts. That's Sweet Victory, which, according to Topps, highlights some of the biggest wins in MLB history, and then you have Wicked Curves, featuring the best curveball pitchers in baseball history. So that's pretty fun. And then you have the mini inserts. These are kind of your random stuff that you expect from Allen Ginter. You have beach in it, which are the top beaches in the world. You got fish from global waters, which are just 50 different fish, including this picture here of the seahorse card. You have Light the Night, which features lighthouses. State birds, all 50 state birds are featured here. And then you have something that's probably an SP here, 1889 N222 throwback design. I don't know exactly what that one's about. Then you have the 2024 World Series Champions short print. That's limited to 24 copies each. And then you have Uniform Countdown. We've seen them do stuff like this in recent products, like Flagship, where they have the uniform number. But anyway, it's for players who, there's one player who wore each of the numbers between 21 and 30, and it's numbered to their jersey number. So this one here from Nolan Ryan is numbered to 30 because he wore number 30 there for the Angels. That's kind of how that works, I think. And then, of course, you have rip cards. Rip cards, you do have single rip cards and dual rip cards. Now, the things you find in the rip cards, they can just be an exclusive mini card. I think most of the time that's what you'd find is an exclusive mini card that looks pretty much like a base card. I kind of wish they would make them look a little different. but just looks basically like a mini base card. Um, but it can be metal, stained glass, or wood uh, variation in there as well. Always a tough decision whether to rip it or not, but there we go. Relics here, and I think this is new. So relics and Allen and Ginter this year, they do have numbered relics. That helps the hits a little bit, going from 3 to 2. You can get a numbered relic, a nice looking patch, things like that. So that'll help. Um, Mini framed relics, you got lineup card relics. This is one of the bigger hits of the product. Lineup card relics are really, really cool. It's pieces of the actual lineup cards from the dugout. And then, of course, you got DNA relics, which are dinosaur fossils, which is always fun, but obviously really hard to hit. We don't have the odds, um, but those are going to be very difficult to hit. But fun stuff there. Now let's talk about autographs here. Non-baseball mini autos. There's 52 subjects on the non-baseball mini autos. Um, so some of the bigger names include people like Al Pacino, Bryan Cranston, Big Sean, Larry David, Drewski, Emma Roberts, Keenan Thompson, Livy Dunn, and Seth Meyers. One interesting thing, actually, when I did see some of this being ripped on Whatnot already, I saw a DJ Khaled base card. DJ Khaled is not on the checklist. So we could see some people that were accidentally maybe left off the checklist. I'm not sure, but Topps always, gets some things messed up. That's just what they do. But let's talk about the mini autos. You got 151 players on the mini autos. Um, only 2 players on the full size kind of base autos. Kirk Gibson and George Brett. Carte de Visite auto, which I believe is French, have some of the big names in the product. And these are really nice looking cards. I did see a George Brett of one of these. It looks really nice. It was numbered to 10. I don't know if they're all numbered to 10, but you have names in here like Aaron Judge, Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr., Ichiro, Otani, Skeen. So some of the biggest names in baseball history are on these kind of short print autos. The Carte de Visite auto. Larry David, he's not only does he sign a mini auto, he also has his own set. And I don't really understand it exactly, but he has his own set. You have 3 mini autos, 3 full size autos. So he's got a bunch of autos in here. And as always, you also have employee autos in here. So you have 8 Topps employee autos. I'm not sure exactly why they do this, but they do have, um, as usual, I'm sure it's very difficult to hit, which I think everybody is thankful for. Dual autos here. Only one dual auto. That's Livy Dunn and her sister, Jules Dunn, which I had not heard of. But so yeah, it's a Dunn dual. You have a quadruple auto. These are from the rock band The Messingers, the 4 members of that band. And then you have a quintuple auto, which are the 5 members of the country rock band Red Clay Strays. And then auto relics. You have 123 players on the auto relic set. No non-baseball players here on the auto relic. I don't know if these are booklets. These, like I said, I don't know. It doesn't say booklet on the checklist. We'll see what those are all about. And then the lineup card relic auto. These are probably the product hits here. You see the picture here of the Cal Raleigh lineup relic auto. It actually says dumper right there on the lineup card, which is a very cool card. Maybe the hit of the product. We will see. But speaking of hits of the product, we have cut autos and cut relic autos as well. We actually have 47 cut autos in the product. So that's pretty cool. Um, Most are baseball players, some are not. You have presidents, you got other people. You got Grover Cleveland, John Quincy Adams, James Madison, Ulysses S. Grant, William T. Sherman, and Woodrow Wilson on your non-baseball cut autos. But let's look and see what your team has. As always, we've got my summary chart here. If you look and see which teams have a lot of autos, for example, you're looking at teams like the Atlanta Braves. They come in with 34 autos on the checklist. um, which is second only in terms of baseball teams to the Yankees. Now the Yankees have 59 autos on the checklist, which is just huge. So many autos there. Dodgers are very good in this. They have a obviously special World Series champion insert and things like that. But again, only 32 autos, so they come in third place when it when it comes to number of autos. Now, your non-baseball spot has 75 autos in it. It has 160 inserts. Those are all like your fish and your state birds and beaches and stuff. But 50 base cards there as well. So a big, big spot is your non-baseball spot. But yeah, take a look at this. Some of the surprising spots that are bad, for example, here, I think they did the Rays dirty a little bit. Um, Only five autos on the Rays, two base cards, like very, very, very small checklist for the Rays. Um, Similar though, also the Rockies are small here, and some others you can take a look. But yeah, guys, check it out. Again, appreciate you watching. Please, please subscribe, share this with your friends. Check out the Discord invite link in the description, and I'll catch you on the next one.